and welcome back to my channel. This week I am back to my university videos. Now that I've been at UEA for nearly a year and a half, there are things I've noticed that are either unknown or completely underrated. So this week's video is 10 things that all UEA students should know. So before I get right into the video, I just want to give out a small disclaimer that obviously everything is true as of the time of me filming this video, but if you're watching a little further down the line, then just make sure to check all of the information. So I'm going to start off with 2 things you can start thinking about before you even get to university, because if any of you are like me, you'll be watching these videos before you even start. Firstly, make sure to look into scholarships. UEA currently have 5 whole pages worth of scholarships. Some of them do have limited spaces, but others are unlimited, so don't rule anything out before you've had a look. They all also have completely different criteria. So some are really specific to do with nationality and things like that. Others are really broad and only concern your grades at A level. So moving on to number 2, and this is to make sure that you look at all accommodation options. This might sound like a really obvious thing, but for whatever reason, UEA don't show all of their accommodation options at open days. And there are a lot more options online that people just don't know about. So for example, when I worked as an accommodation rep last year, there are a lot of people that didn't know about the OnSuite Campus Plus option, which for a lot of people is a really good choice. But if you're looking for more information on UEA accommodation, then I will link my video above and below in the description. Okay, so moving on, number 3. Once you actually get to university, a lot of students don't realise that you get the office package included as part of your tuition fee. So if you're looking to get better value for money for £9,000 a year, then definitely make sure to download this. And the best thing is that it can be downloaded on up to 5 devices. Number 4 is the UEA Moves app. If you download this app, then you get freebies by doing exercise, which I personally think is a pretty good incentive. The app tracks your movement and then gives you points. These points are then redeemable for things like fruit and veg in the SU shop, free coffees on campus, and best of all, you can also get discounts on brands as well, and you can do all of this through the app. Number 5 is really obvious if you've been at UEA for a long time, but a lot of new students don't realise that the library is actually open 24/7. So I do not advise leaving an assignment until the last minute. But if you need to go to the library at 2 in the morning, then you can. Number 6 is one of my favourites because so many people don't know about this. But basically, on Mondays, UEA participate in Meat-Free Mondays, which means that you get 10% off of vegetarian food. Now, I don't know for sure whether all of the food outlets on campus participate in this, but I've definitely had 10% off from the bakery goods on the SU shop and from Campus Kitchen as well. So who even cares if you're veggie or not? All students love a discount. Number 7 has to be the most unknown thing on this list. When it came to me choosing my second year history modules, I noticed that there were lots of language modules on there, but they were all beginner or intermediate. Now the problem with the intermediate one was that you can't take it if you already have an A level in that language. So it got me thinking, I wonder if there's another module you could take if you already have an A level in a language. So I did a bit of digging, and the first person I asked didn't really know. So I dug a bit further and basically found out that they do a post A level French module. So I can't talk on behalf of any other module, but if you're interested in French and you already have an A level, then I can definitely say there is a module for you to do, but this isn't advertised enough. In fact, it's not advertised at all. So you just need to email your hub and they should be able to sort it out for you. Number 8. Did you know there's a microwave that you can use for free in the hub? And did you also know that there's a microwave and a hot water machine in the SU shop also for free? Well, you do now. And speaking of freebies, number 9. If the SU shop have fruit and veg, which is not quite good enough for them to sell, but which is perfectly still perfectly edible, they often put it in a crate by the till. This is then completely free. So obviously nothing is guaranteed, but if you have to pop into the shop for anything, then make sure to look out for this by the till. And then number 10 isn't completely UEA specific, but it's still really important. Basically, if and when you move into privately rented accommodation, then it's really unlikely your landlord's cover will cover your own personal possessions. However, before you get sucked into specialised student cover, then get your parents to call their home insurers. Ask them to check whether your possessions are already included on their home insurance away from home, and if they're not, then ask them to get a quote for how much it would be to add it on. In my personal situation, it cost an extra £10 to get my possessions added onto my parents' home cover away from home, rather than paying £100 for specialised student cover. We've all got to be savvy, and that is such a good saving to make. So that rounds up today's video, but I'm sure as I go through my degree there will be other unknown and underrated things I will find, so make sure to watch out for part 2 in the future. In the meantime, I hope this video has been useful to you. If it has, then please don't forget to like, subscribe and to comment down below, and I will see you in the next video.